Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new video, and guess what? It's Worlds, baby! And that means it's time for Pickems. So we already have all of the teams that have made it into the group stage, and Pickems just went live a couple hours ago, so I thought I would go ahead and show you guys what I think is going to happen in these groups. I'm going to go ahead and start off with Group A. Now I will say I watched all of the play-ins, or nearly every single game that I could, including waking up at ridiculous times to be able to watch these. So hopefully I'm somewhat informed on these play-in teams. So let's go ahead and start with Group A. The team that I think is going to get either first or fourth is Suning. So I'm going to go ahead and put Suning at the top in number 1 for Group A. From what I've heard, I haven't watched them play yet. They are very hit or miss. They either win big or lose big, and I'm excited to watch them at the very least. Second, I have G2. G2, one of Europe's best teams, if not Europe's best team flat out. I think that they're at least going to make it out of groups. They did very good last year. Wonder, whenever Worlds comes around, he just gets this insane playoff buff. And I think that's good enough to carry G2 at least out of this group stage. And then third and fourth, Team Liquid and Machi. Haven't seen Machi, but I was impressed with PSG and what they brought to the group stage, especially with subs. So I could be surprised and see Machi go up to third over Team Liquid. But as it stands right now, I think this is how Group A is going to play out. Next up, we have Group B, and I'm going to go ahead and put the Korean representatives Damwon in first. I think that this team is honestly just insane, incredibly talent stacked, and pound for pound, probably the best mechanical team at the tournament. And I think that they're going to go ahead and top their group. And Damwon is my pick to go ahead and win Worlds this year. I think Korea is back in one team, and it's just Damwon. I think that they are going to be the team to bring another title back to Korea this year. Second, I have JDG. JDG, second place seed from China. Very good team. They went back and forth with top esports this entire season. Good team, but I don't think that they're of the same quality as Damwon when it comes to macro play and macro knowledge. Third, I'm going to go ahead and have PSG. I'm going to put them above Rogue. I think PSG in the play-ins surprised a lot of people with how good they actually were playing with substitutes. So I think that PSG definitely is going to be our third place team in Group B. Unfortunately, that's not good enough to make it out of groups. However, I still think they're going to put up a pretty good showing and take at least one game off of one of these top two teams. And then Rogue, I don't have a whole lot of hopes for Rogue. I think that they aren't going to win a single game, and you can quote me on that. I just don't think that they are good enough to match this international talent in this group that they were drawn into. I think they kind of just got unlucky. Next, let's go ahead and head to Group C. This group is the most wide open out of all of them. I'm going to go ahead and rank them from the bottom up. I'm going to have LGD at the bottom. That's right, TSM not getting last. XD. So I think LGD very much struggled in the play-ins. They did come back when it came to the knockout matches, and they did show that they can still perform. But I think that shaky look really doesn't bode well for them heading in to the knockout stage of group stages. So I'm going to go ahead and have them at last. Next, I'm going to leave TSM at third because I think that's where they're going to end up. They're going to end up either second or third. They will not top their group, but I think if Spica plays well, they can get second. If he plays very, very well, they will get second. But if he doesn't perform, I think this team is doomed to be third. And if their drafts are as bad as they were in NA, I definitely think that a third place finish in this group is where they're going to end up. Now I'm actually going to put Fnatic over Gen.G. The way the jungle meta is going right now, Self-Made should be able to carry Fnatic to a first place in this group. I think that being able to play Evelynn, Nidalee, these very hard carry AP junglers are right up his alley. And I 100% think that Fnatic can top this group over Gen.G. Now Gen.G, very good team fighting team. Ruler is either the best or second best AD carry at this tournament, depending on who you ask. So they always have a chance. And I think they'll get second. I think they can top TSM in this group. But I think that Fnatic is going to be the one who's going to end up winning this group overall. Next, we have Group D. And this one, I think, is going to be my upset bracket. Now, let me explain myself. Top, obviously, number 1. I think that they are most people's favorites heading into this tournament. As I said before, I think Damwon is going to actually win this Worlds. That's going to be my prediction right now for at least the group stage, who my favorite is going in. Unfortunately, FlyQuest, just kind of like Rogue, they got a very, very rough group, and they're going all the way down to the bottom. Now, PoE has proved that he is an international class mid laner, and every time it's needed of him, he does step up, especially back in his Misfits days. However, I just don't think the rest of the team around him is strong. I feel like if Solo is very much pressured during the laning phase, he can fall apart. And I also think that Wild Turtle just isn't up to snuff anymore to deal with a lot of these very good AD carries. Now, surprisingly, I'm going to have DRX not making it out of this group. I think that DRX is going to bust her out, and it's kind of hard to explain why. I kind of have this feeling that they're very, not overhyped, but very hyped up compared to where they're actually going to end up. I guess it's kind of overhyped, but they have very good players individually, very good game sense. However, I just think that they're going to end up choking, and I have Unicorns of Love, who very much impressed me throughout the plan stage, going ahead and getting second. I think this team from the LCL, is it the Russian league, is very, very good, and I'm surprised that some NA teams haven't looked on picking up their jungler, Ananasik, whatever, however you pronounce it, for themselves. I know they went with Closer, and he is a fantastic jungler. I think he is just on the level, if not better than Closer, and I think is a very, very good jungler. They do play mages in the bot lane still, which I think is going to help have that upset potential above teams like DRX. And at the very least, I think Unicorns will get third in the group. They will definitely outplace FlyQuest when compared to the other teams. And that's going to be it for the groups. So just to go over it again, we have Suning number 1, G2 number 2, Damwon number 1, JDG number 2, Fnatic number 1, Gen G number 2, TES number 1, and UOL number 2. And I'm sorry, NA, I don't think we're going to be making it out of groups this year. That's going to be it for this video. If you guys liked it, go ahead, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys later.